Hi Martha, thank you so much for coming back in to see me for
course.
another styling look today. How is your day going so far?
It's great. Thank you so much for asking.
Of course. I love this top that you're wearing. It definitely draws out the green in your eyes.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I'm excited to be working on your hair today. Tell me a little bit about what kind of look you're going for and any kind of requests that you have for your finalized look.
Well, I definitely want curls. I'm going out to see some old friends I haven't seen in a while. All I
fun.
know is that I want it curly, so whatever you want to do with that, it's up to you.
Okay, that sounds good. I love the color and the texture of your hair. I think it goes really great with the green as I look into the camera here.
So sweet. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. I'm just gonna go ahead and start by brushing everything out so you can feel free to relax and let me pamper you.
Got it.
First, I'm gonna start off with a wider brush just to start off with a base detangler. Starting off with the ends here, I'm going to slowly work upwards. Your hair has a lovely soft texture, which I appreciate.
I appreciate it as well.
Just going to be working around and getting out all of the tangles. Just gently dragging the brush from the top of the head and working downwards. You can hear that it looks like we've worked out most of the tangles, which is nice. I'm going to be switching over to a finer comb. Just to add to the silkiness of the hair and work out the finer details. I love the way that your bangs look. They're very naturally face framing.
Thank you.
So I'm going to try and just keep them as they are and focus on the back of the head.
Got it.
Before we get started, Martha, with the curling process, I am just going to be using a little scalp scrubber here just to help disperse the natural oils that are in the head that just come with the hair follicles already. Just going to be using nice circular motions to massage the scalp and promote healthy hair growth. And working along the scalp in nice gentle circular motions. Now, before we start curling, I am going to be adding in a tiny bit of product. What I do for myself is I have this It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product. I just do 2 pumps of that into my palm. And then 1 pump of this Brilliant Shine glossing spray that I got at Walgreens. Sometimes I do a 2-to-2 ratio, but go ahead and rub that in and work that into the ends of the hair, gently massaging with my palms as a nice soothing aroma and adds to the shine and texture and overall look of the hair. I keep this away from the scalp though, not to mess with the natural oils, and I will grab a comb and use the finer side to really make sure that it's worked into the ends of the hair. Now I have a Kevin Murphy Curl Enhancer. This is a new product that I haven't tried out too much, but I'm going to be trying it out with you today. If you wouldn't mind just tipping your head back for me just a tiny bit. I'm going to be, when it was shown to me how to apply this, it was for the intent of creating a little bit of volume in the back of the head here, so I'm just going to be adding a tiny bit of product and going to be teasing it just a tiny bit to give it a little extra volume. Cute. Just going to gently tilt your head back. I'm just going to be, because I haven't tested out this product too much, I'm just going to be applying it into my palm first. And just gently zhuzhing into the area that we're trying to create some lift. I'm going to be gently teasing the hair to create a tiny bit of volume in the back. Smoothing down the sides of the bangs. Now we can start on the curling process. I am going to go ahead and start in small sections. I'm going to be taking the excess hair and going to be separating the hair into smaller sections to make this a bit easier to work with. You have a nice glossy consistency to your hair, which is great for the work we're going to be doing today. The products are going to be able to help with that too. Okay, I'm just going to rotate you a tiny bit so that we can see this a little bit better on the camera. Feel free to just relax. We're going to turn on our curling iron as well as scooch you a tiny bit back. So this curling iron does move with the hair, just as a heads up, just so the sound of it moving doesn't alarm you. And I'm just going to be putting my hand right over here by your head, just to make sure not to burn you. It gives us a nice little tossy beach wave. The curls that we're going for today are nice and light, nothing too heavy, just to add a little bit of framing to the face. I'm going to be adding some hairspray. Just to keep these curls in place. I'm going to ask you actually, Martha, to hold just the base of this for a second while I adjust you. I'm going to go ahead and bring your legs a little bit around here as I work on the back of the head. I'm going to separate the hair once again, using this comb to help brush it out beforehand. You just separate with this little clip here. Thank you. toss the curls that we already have to the side to have some space available to curl the new hair. Okay, Martha, I'm going to ask you to hold this for me for just a second. My hairspray the back here. Just gently kissing the hair, doing a tiny bit of scrunching, giving the curls some love. Just gonna section this off with this clip. Focus on this section of hair. Take this from you. Thank you so much. Of course. Just gonna toss these as far over to the side as I can, just to give us a little bit more room here to work with. I'm trying to angle the iron so that it enhances the curl in the best way possible, but without getting too close to the scalp, as not to burn you unintentionally. I love how these curls are coming out. It's a nice, natural wave. Nothing.
Yeah, I really like it. So.
Me too. It's not too tight of a curl. It's perfect for a nice dinner. Just going to be angling this to go with the natural flow of the hair. Giving that curl a nice little time to air out as well. once I curled it, I'm making sure to go back and grab some of the straighter pieces that I might have missed underneath. I'm just going to hold this for me, Martha, just for a second here as I go back in with the hairspray. Making sure to do some scrunching action. To hold a bit of that volume. Okay, I'm just going to rotate you a tiny more bit this way and take out the last section of the clip. I'm going to use this comb to just brush out that last bit of hair. Grab a section. I'll start, I'll just separate the side of the bangs into a little bit finer of a piece. It's a nice face forming piece. Alright, Martha, I'm just going to go ahead and re-angle you this way so I can just touch up this side a bit so that these curls match the other side. Let me do this really fast. Just gonna take a look.
There we go.
Okay, Martha, I'm just going to go ahead and add a few final touches. I'm just going to go ahead and add some zhuzhes of hairspray to the final product. Adding a little bit of hairspray to the volume in the back here. I'm going to just do a tiny bit of teasing up in the back just to add a tiny bit more volume. I love the way that the curls came out. A nice natural bounce.
Really lovely.
And just do a tiny bit of adjusting back here. Just going to gently tease out the back a tiny bit, just to add a little bit more volume. And separate a tiny section in the back here to create a tiny bit of an updo with some of our hair on the side, just to add a little bit of more of an intrigue to the sides of the design. Separating the curls that we have and zhuzhing up the back a tiny bit.
A nice zhuzh never hurt anyone.
Absolutely. I'm going to be using this pretty gold clip here. Just going to bring this up and over. Create a nice little natural flow here in the back. Okay, now I'm going to have you stand up, and we can show the final look to the camera. So first I'm going to go ahead and show off your lovely smile to the camera, show a little bit of the zhuzh to the bangs, and we have a nice gentle curl on the sides. Now Martha, if you wouldn't mind doing a very slow spin for me here, we can show off the full look here. I added a bit of volume with this clip in the back, so it's a little half pony look. I'm just going to go ahead and gently rotate you. It's a nice half up, half down casual. If your night's going really great and you want to let your hair down, that's an option. Right. If you are enjoying the wine and want to add to the updo, we can do that as well. Yeah. I like a nice clip like this though, because if you decide at the end of the night to let your hair down and be a little bit more relaxed, it's really easy to take off while still maintaining the curl hairstyle.
I agree. I think it's perfect for a night out with my friends. Like, it'll be amazing. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for you too. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. And thank you so much for coming to see me.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Thank you. See you later.